So, you know, the breeding and management of silkworm for the production of silk is known as sericulture, right? We are rearing the silk moth because we have to take care of it so as we can get a good quality product. First of all, the silk moth, they lay egg. The eggs are warmed to a suitable temperature. So these are the method which we are doing in the farm. That means the farmer is using this method. So firstly, the silk moth, it lays egg. The eggs are warmed to a suitable temperature, and when the egg hatch into larva, they are known as caterpillar or silkworm. The silkworm, they are kept in bamboo trays. So you can see in the second picture, bamboo trays. Okay. And the silkworm, they are hanging on the bamboo tray so that they can spin the cocoon. The silkworm are kept in bamboo trays and they are given mulberry leaves to consume. After eating mulberry leaves, they grow in size. After 30 to 40 days, the silkworm stop eating. When they feel like that they are fully grown, they stop eating and begins to spin cocoons. By hanging themselves on a fixed position, they start spinning cocoons. After spinning of cocoon, meanwhile, it forms a pupa inside. And the pupa grows in size, okay, and develops into silk moth, right? So let me explain it to you once again. A female silk moth lays 100 of eggs at a time. At a time, it lays hundreds of eggs, out of which the eggs which survived, they hatch out. This is known as incubation period, okay, or the incubation. The hatching process is known as incubation. After hatching, the silkworm are fed on freshly chopped mulberry leaves. They eat the leaves for 30 to 40 days and they get increase in size. At the end of this period, they are ready to spin their cocoons. They can use any of the thing to hang themselves. They can use branches of tree or shrubs. Okay, but the farmers, they are using a bamboo tray. The worm climb these branches and the sticks on the bamboo tray and they stick themselves to that tray and start spinning the thread. Okay, and this take about 8 days. They do it for 7 to 8 days. After all the cocoons have been gathered, like you can see in the bamboo tray, the cocoons have gathered, the farmer takes out the cocoon, okay, and what the farmer does, the farmer dips the cocoon into boiling water. By boiling water, the insects get killed, but the thread from the cocoon, it get softened, it gets soft, and it gets removed one by one from the cocoon, forming a delicate thread. Okay, this is known as reeling. So this is a very unfaithful for the silkworm that the cocoons are heated in boiling water and the animals are being killed to get silk fiber. Because when the cocoon are added to boiling water, then only the hard substance, the hard fiber on the cocoon will get soft and the thread will come out. Okay. After this heating, the filament from 4 to 8 cocoons are joined and twisted. For example, they take the thread of 4 to 5 cocoon and they join it like we do in spinning. We do in spinning of cotton. We join the thread to thread, one thread to another, another to the third thread, and we form a long thread. This is how we make the silk thread, by joining the silk fiber of 4 to 8 cocoons. Similarly, the group of 4 to 5 cocoons are taken to make one reel. Okay? And after that, when we get the thread, then we start weaving the thread to get silk cloth. I will explain this whole procedure to you by the help of diagram as well video. So you can see here the cocoons are collected and kept in sunlight or boiled to exposed to steam. The person is boiling the cocoon. You can see here. The silk fibers separate out from the cocoon. The process of taking out fibers from the cocoon is called reeling. Reels are made out of the fibers. Reeling, as you can see in the second picture, it is done by human, by hands, or it is done by machines. Okay? The silk fiber are then spun into thread and they can be dyed into different colors. You can see different colors of threads, and these different color of threads, they are weaved in the industry to form silk cloth. Okay? The picture shows here that how the silk fiber is being weaved to make a fabric. You can see the threads. Many threads are being used to weave the fabric, and we get different type of silk cloth, that is the silk fabric, after weaving. Workers working in the wool and silk industry, both the industry, when they operate certain type of tool and when they are dealing with various type of fibers, cotton threads, silk threads, they get many diseases. They get prone to many diseases. For example, the first disease is Sorter disease. As I have told you that the wool of the sheep, they are being sorted out in the industry. Thin wool, thick wool, fine wool, hard wool, different type of colored wool, they all are separated in the process of sorting. And the person, those who are doing the sorting, they get affected by a bacterium which is present in the wool sometime, and the disease is known as Sorter's disease, and the bacteria which causes this disease is known as anthrax. And sometime when we are doing the steaming of the cocoon, when we are boiling the cocoon, the vapor which come out of the boiling water is when inhaled by the person, then it can cause respiratory diseases. And some other diseases are scabies and skin infection. The person who is dealing with the boiling of cocoon, he has to put his hand in the water to take out the cocoon or to remove the thread from the cocoon, so his hand gets blistered. Okay? As a result of the constant dipping in boiling water, the skin of the worker become raw and blistered, and it can result in the peeling of the skin. The skin comes out of the person's hand by dealing with boiling water again and again.